Hi, I'm back from the dead. I'm back from being a dead channel. I haven't been uploading for 2 months already, and I'm just busy. First of all, busy with schoolworks. Let's just get straight to the point here. I'm just basically procrastinating. I've been mainly posting on TikTok, but I've taken a break as well because I had to do many stuffs, including schoolworks, college applications because yeah. So this is the video that I made for my school project. I'll be filling the dead 2 months gap in my channel with this video, so I hope you enjoy. Bye. Bye. When you open Valorant, you can see at the top left corner that there are some numbers that aren't filled up to the brim, and that thing is called daily and weekly missions. By playing games and completing the task that is given to you by the game, you will achieve level/experience, and by completing the tasks, the bar in the daily and weekly missions will fill up. And that's the limit and you cannot go beyond it. We will now proceed to the game itself.
The second thing that I'll explain is the skills and limits of Neon, which is the character that we are currently using. Every skill has a limit and I will describe each skill and its limits. The first skill that Neon has is called Fast Lane, and it fires 2 electrical lines forward and can only be used once, and that is the limit. Second skill is called Relay Bolt. Neon throws an energy bolt that bounces once, and it concusses the person that is inside the concussive ring field, and we can only use the Relay Bolt twice because that is the limit of her skill. Her third skill is High Gear. Neon's movement speed will gradually be faster if we enable this skill. During the process of using her high gear, she consumes stamina, which is seen over here, and it increases until it goes down to 0, making it the limit of the high gear. Her ultimate skill is called Overdrive. She unleashes her full power and speed for a short duration. She fires a lightning beam that can deal damage to enemies. You can only use this ultimate skill once, and that is the limit to it. Her stamina bar also resets back up to 100 whenever she uses her ultimate skill.
The third thing that we'll explain is the spike. The spike is an object used in plant/defuse game modes. The attacking team starts with the spike and their objective is to plant the spike at the site on the map and allow it to detonate. Defending team's objective is to prevent the spike from being planted, or if they are unable to stop this, defuse the spike before it detonates. Planting takes 4 seconds, with an audio cue being given to all players in the range each time an attacker starts a planting sequence. The spike has a 4 to 5 second detonation timer and will start to beep at a consistent frequency, which can be heard by any player in audio range. As the countdown gets lower, the frequency of beeps will increase. Translucent spears begin to surround the spike and the ground around the spike will start to fracture, revealing a black void below. Once the countdown is complete, the spike will detonate, producing a destructive black spear that rapidly expands from the spike's location, instantly eliminating any players that comes into contact with. The maximum radius of the explosion has a limit, and there we can see that this is the total occupation and the limit of how big the explosion is.
The fourth thing that we will show you is how the economy works in Valorant. It dictates how you and your team can buy weapons and abilities to maximize your chances of winning the round and the game. You and every other player start with 800 creds at the beginning of the match. From there on out, every kill and round outcome contributes to the amount of creds you earn. You can earn creds until you reach the maximum total of 9,000, and that is the limit of it. If you don't have enough money to buy an expensive gun, this is also a limit, and money can be obtained by winning games or by planting the spike. Here we can see that after we won, we were given an additional amount of credibility to be able to purchase a gun and a shield for additional protection.
The last and final thing that we will explain and show to you is the limits of magazines on guns in Valorant. A magazine is an ammunition storage and a feeding device for a repeating firearm, either integral within the gun or externally attached. In summary, it is basically the storage in which you put the bullets inside and place it in the gun itself. Here we can see that while we are firing the gun, the bullet is decreasing and it's reaching its limit, which is 0. After reloading, we can see that the extra magazine left is 60. After consuming a numerous amounts of bullets, We will finally reach our limit and we cannot reload our bullet any longer. I'm pretty sure that was a lot of information to take in. So I will summarize the things that we've discussed so far. The main concept of limits that we've discussed are the following. Concept of limit in daily and weekly challenges. Concept of limit on skills of a character. Concept of limit of the spike. Concept of limit of the money and economy in Valorant. And finally, concept of limit on magazines for the guns. After all those explanations, it is now the end of our discussion. But let's sit back and relax for a bit because I would like to tell you my experience of playing the game as well. Valorant is fun and it is the best if played with friends.
One enemy remaining.
Sheesh,
Kami
boy!
din.
On site yan last.
You will lose some games and win some games. And although losing a game sounds terrible, it is perfectly fine and normal. It is a part of your journey to become stronger. So if you ever feel like you're being a hassle for your team, just remember the fact that you haven't practiced enough on something yet. And if given enough time and practice, you will drastically improve and you will be proud and amazed by yourself for the results. And that's all that we can present to you. I hope you enjoyed watching.
Thank you for listening to us, and I hope that you learned the concept of limits in the game Valorant. See you next time. Bye.
Also, I'm aware that I'm using Discord as my video cam channel, so shut the fuck up.